To Texarkana Game Day Baseball. We're on the Arkansas side today of Texarkana. Not such a beautiful day so far. It was a lot warmer and no rain in the forecast, so we're hoping that the rain holds off, but we are getting geared up as the Arkansas High Razorbacks get ready to take on the Whitehall Bulldogs. We are joined right now for the Shelter Insurance pregame show by head coach Lane Berry. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me on.
And so an impressive win earlier this week over Pine Bluff. Kind of came out and handled those guys pretty well. And tonight, another Pine Bluff team rolling into town.
Yeah, we had a good outing from Ty Wade on Tuesday. He came out through strikes, located. We didn't really plan on throwing him that long, but his pitch count was down, so we kept on rolling with him. And I think he ended up throwing 77, 78 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. So, that's what we wanted, somebody to come out there, throw strikes, compete, and give us a chance to win.
Absolutely. And so tonight with these guys coming into town, give us a little preview of them, kind of what you're seeing or what you have seen from them.
Well, this is our second time. We're starting the second round of conference. We saw them at their place. We really hit the ball well last time we played them. We scored 14 runs. It's 14-6, but I think they're a better team than that, I expect a good ball game today. We got Bishop going on the mound. He didn't give up a whole lot of hits. He hits a few every once in a while, but he didn't give up a whole lot of hits. So if he can throw strikes and give us a chance, we'll score some runs.
Coach, I've seen y'all probably 5 or 6 times this year. You intentionally looked like loaded your schedule up at the first of the year and took a couple of losses, but as of late, you've really gotten on a roll. Seems like your hitting's always on. Defense, it's just kind of pitching and throwing strikes.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have a pretty good squad this year, so we tried to play teams that are better than us, and that's the only way you get better. And, it looks bad. I hate losing, but we got 10 of them pretty early, So our backs were against the wall. We're turning it around a little bit. Hopefully we can get to 500 pretty quick and, see what happens. We're playing good right now, good in conference, and that's what counts.
Leading the conference, correct?
We are right now. We have the tiebreaker with Lakeside. I think we're both 6-1 right now, so we beat them at their place. They've got to come here and play us. So, yeah, we're in good shape.
Well, and I've already been hearing about that game. I talked to Coach Bach today, and he was saying, man, I don't know if I want to play those guys again. It just but looking good so far in the conference season. 6-1, is that right, so far in conference? And so you talked about that early season schedule that you have, and that's always what I think that coaches ought to do. I mean, you got to play hard teams, because if you load your schedule up and play teams that you can beat, you roll into conference with a great-looking record, but your kids really aren't ready yet.
Right. We saw some good arms, and, we played a Redwater team the other day, and they run out a good arm against us and beat us. So, we learned from that. Hopefully that was the plan, and we've seen some of those arms, so when we see them in conference, we know how to handle them.
In your non-conference games, you can't win state by winning those.
That's
anyway.
Right.
So
that's right.
Well, Coach, look, we're going to let you get back with your team, and we hope for a Razorback win tonight. We're going to go to a short commercial break, and we'll be back with the principal of Arkansas High, Mr. Michael Odom.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
If you're looking for authentic Cajun-style meats prepared and ready to cook and take home, look no further than Lanyard Specialty Meats. Acadiana flavor here in your own home. Come by Lanyard Specialty Meats for all your tailgating needs for this football season or hunting season. Remember, Lanyard Specialty Meats.
Lanyards is an official sponsor and proud supporter of Texarkana Game Day.
All right, we're back here live at Arkansas High, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We're joined on the pregame show right now by the man of the hour, the principal of Arkansas High School, Mr. Michael Odom. Mr. Odom, we appreciate you for taking the time for us today.
Appreciate
we know you're a busy guy.
Well, absolutely. It takes a lot to run a school, but always happy to do it every day.
Well, and so we had Miss Hickerson on here with us the other night, and I asked her, I said, is this not your favorite time of the year? The end of the school year is coming up, and she said, I don't even know when the last day is. And so you administrators, y'all don't really have a last day.
There's no last day.
And so we know that it's the grind is here, and you're trying to get to the end. When is the last day of school? Do you know when the exact last day
honestly,
is?
I couldn't tell you.
I see the same answer.
He's not counting them. He's not counting them. It's like counting outs. You don't want to do that in a ball game. You don't want to count that last day of school. You may never get there.
That's it.
I hope Dr. Kessler is watching this, because all the employees, they're not worried about the last day. They're still grinding and worrying about taking day by day.
That's exactly right.
That's right. And so, look, we got a couple things to talk about. First off, let's talk about this baseball team. Leading the conference right now. They're 6-1 in conference.
Yes.
They're on a roll right now. What about these athletes?
They're on a roll, and, we couldn't be more proud of them and Coach Barry and the work they put in every day. I mean, they're making us Razorback proud.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome.
It's always good in your school when you have a winning program and when, teams go on to run like the baseball team's doing now. It's just the camaraderie in the school picks up.
Oh, immediately. It's in the air. You can feel it.
And so we saw a guy out here. We didn't get him on camera. I am going to talk with him tonight. But every run they scored, they had an Arkansas flag out here the other night, and he was waving it around. And we'll make sure if he's here today to get him get him on camera.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Billy and I both came out to the Redwater game the other day. Mm-hmm. We didn't have it on the air, but we came out to watch, and there was a full the stands were full, and a lot of them were students. And so it just makes the school excited when one of your teams is doing so well.
Absolutely.
And so, end of school's coming up. Don't want to talk about that too much, but graduation. You are going to have I guess, face-to-face graduation this year, is that right?
Face-to-face at Razorback Stadium.
Okay.
So that's a plea from the public every year, and we want to honor their wishes. So right here at Razorback Stadium, May 17th, 7 o'clock p.m.
Sure, all these seniors and senior parents will love that, because I know that's what my wife wants is one of those. So.
Absolutely. And so let's talk about a couple other things. The Collegiate Academy that you got going on. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is the best deal in town. I mean, the district will pay for your associate's degree from University of Arkansas Texarkana, no charge to the student. You graduate high school with a diploma and an associate's degree.
Wow.
I mean, free of charge. And then, you can go to U of A on the same tuition rate as UAHT tuition, which is really reduced.
Wow.
So, I mean, you can go on to get your bachelor's, master's, whatever. So, I mean, that is the deal in town. Matter of fact, we have 10 kids graduating this year with their associate's degree. So,
awesome.
This is a real program with real results.
Yeah, that's amazing. And if people want to find out more information about that, where can they find out some info?
That is on our website, and look for the Collegiate Academy stuff. The applications are due June 1st.
Okay.
So for next year. So still time to get all your stuff in.
Fantastic. Sounds like an amazing deal. And so we also, you and I were talking, and we talked about the advanced placement program. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know some scores are really high there.
The scores are high, and that is what gives us the highest college readiness rating in the metro area. A lot of people don't know about that. But you can get real college credit for taking courses at the high school. No charge at all to the student, and you will be college ready after taking those courses.
Yeah.
I've sat in some of them, and, those kids are smarter than I am.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. And so some other things, the teacher cadet program. You told me y'all were starting that back. Is that right?
We're starting it back up, and that is a way to get an actual industry certification where you can be a parapro right when you graduate high school.
Okay.
Paraprofessional.
Yeah.
For those who want to be a teacher, and you can get paid while you're in college. So that's an awesome deal we're bringing back.
And so it kind of gives those students also a little chance to see the profession as well. And because, I mean, and I know that teaching isn't for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
You need to dabble in it a little bit.
You need to dabble. And, those kids that have an interest or a spark, we want them to get a taste of it and come back to us.
Right.
We want to grow them up and bring them back home.
That's right. It's always good to have teachers that went to school here or are from here and can come back. Just that pride that they have in the school.
Pride and dedication.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
Absolutely. And so, like I said, we talked about the baseball team doing so well. We're so ready to watch them play another game tonight. We hope the weather holds off.
It will.
It's going to hold, yeah.
Some of the other sports doing well. Soccer, softball had a big win this week. Mm-hmm. So many athletic teams doing so well right now at Arkansas.
And the track teams, they're going to go on to state and conference champs, So, I mean, they're just plowing ahead too.
Just so much tradition with Arkansas High track. The other schools that I coached at, we were always in the same meets. And, I mean, Arkansas High just puts together a phenomenal track team year in and year out. And it's been that way for years. Even back when I ran track. It wasn't fast, but I did get out there and
I'm
run.
a 93 graduate of Arkansas High, and they asked me not to run track.
Absolutely. And so, but look, we appreciate you taking the time out. We know you're a busy guy, and we were running a little bit behind. And so we appreciate Mr. Odom for coming by today and giving us the information on all the stuff that's going on at the high school. And so anytime you want to come back on, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all and your support.
Yes, sir. And so we're going to take a short commercial break, and then Billy and I will be right back with some baseball action here at Arkansas High.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
It's a beautiful Thursday for baseball in Texarkana, Arkansas. Welcome to Razorback Field, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We're getting geared up for a conference rumble between the visiting Whitehall Bulldogs and your Arkansas High Razorbacks. I'm Brian Bolton. I am joined by a good friend of mine and fellow Arkansas Razorback fan, Mr. Billy Lavender.
That's right. Sometimes they call me Razorback Billy, and it's more than welcome for sure. I'm a 93 graduate of Arkansas High and always root for them in any sport that they're playing. So excited to be here with you tonight and look forward to a good game.
That's right. And so as the coaches finish their meeting with the umpire at home plate, it looks like we are about ready for action. We're hoping that the rain will hold off here at Razorback Field. It's about 70 degrees. We're going to break for just a second while the field announcer gives you the starting lineups.
Starting lineup tonight for Whitehall will be number 16, Lucas Gray, followed by number 2, Cam Robinson, number 9, Cade Hart, number 22, Christian Carnell, number 1, Colton Milburn, number 11, Caleb Taylor, number 8, Garrett Rhodes, number 12, Noah Smith, and number 27, Aaron Warner. And the starting lineup for your Hawks tonight, number 6, Graydon Martin, number 2, Braylon Bishop, number 22, Ty Wade, number 20, Darby Sawyer, number 13, Jackson Harris, number 3, Luke Paxton, number 12, Jackson Ty, number 4, Danny McWilliams, and number 7, Ryan Wardlaw. Please rise for the national anthem.
Welcome back to Razorback Field. We just got done with the starting lineups and the national anthem. We are waiting for the Razorbacks to take the field here momentarily. If you did not hear the starting lineup for the Hogs tonight, we were having a little technical difficulty. Batting first, number 1, Graydon Martin. He'll be the catcher tonight. Batting second, wearing number 2, Braylon Bishop. He'll start off on the mound. Batting third, number 22, Ty Wade. He'll play third base. Batting fourth, number 20, Darby Sawyer. He will start out over at first base. Batting in the 5 hole, number 13, Jackson Harris. He'll be playing shortstop tonight for the Hogs. Batting in the 6 hole, number 3, Luke Paxton, who will start in center field. Batting in the 8 hole, number 4, Danny McWilliams, who will be over at second base. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Hogs, batting in the 9 hole, number 7, Ryan Wardlaw, who will be in left field. And then Jackson Ty will be the designated hitter tonight. He'll be wearing number 12. And so, Billy, you and I have been over here and watched a couple games. This is the first time that you have been on air with us, and I really appreciate you for coming tonight.
Absolutely. I'm always excited. You know, my son plays for Texas High, and so I go and watch every game that they play. But anytime I'm not there, I try to get over here and see my alma mater, Arkansas High, and the Razorbacks, and know a lot of these kids, and always wish the best for them and their team, and so it was kind of a blessing in disguise. You know, when you texted me last night, I was hoping you were saying, hey, come work with me tomorrow. So I'm excited to be here.
I thought I'd been replaced because when I texted Billy last night, I said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow at 5 o'clock? And he said, calling the Arkansas High game. And I thought, man, I've already been replaced. And so, but no, I appreciate it. And Billy always trying to help out all of the area schools. And so I know everyone here in town just appreciates so much of what you do for all of Texarkana. And, you know, as much as you are dreading your son graduating from high school, you know, I'm kind of ready for him, too, so that you can start doing this more.
Well, I'm kind of ready for him, too, as well. Get on with the rest of his life. He's going to be going to the University of Arkansas, so get a chance to best of both worlds, see my Razorbacks up there and
that's right.
and go and see him. So
are you going to encourage him to join a fraternity so they can have the dad-son weekends?
I'm not encouraging him on anything. I'm letting him do what he wants to do, and I think that's what he wants to do. So that's what, man, how about that shot? It's kind of, I'm typically down the right-hand line, but you know, back here and watching the throwdown, Graydon Martin, I mean, it's coming out of his arm just like it's coming out of Bishop's on the mound.
Yeah, and Graydon Martin did a good job Tuesday night throwing out a couple runners behind the plate, and so hopefully we're going to get the scoreboard up and running. It's,
you know, usually all you got a chance to do is throw out a couple, because after you do that, nobody else runs.
Absolutely. And so we're getting geared up for first pitch here from Braylon Bishop's first fastball, going to go off the umpire's foot for ball number 1. And so Braylon, who usually plays out in center field, has been on the mound almost every Friday for the Razorbacks, and so we will see what he does. The next fastball right at the knees, but a little inside, called for ball number 1.
Inside part of the plate's what it looked like, but he's going to make him throw it over the middle, it looks like. There it is.
So the 2-0 pitch right down the middle for strike number 1.
You know what, Braylon, he's a big arm from the left side, and all he needs to do is throw strikes, and he let his defense work behind him.
Absolutely. The 2-1 pitch from Braylon Bishop. Fastball about belt high, a little bit inside for the umpire, and so that'll be ball number 3. And so the leadoff hitter, Lucas Gray, with a 3-1 count. The pitch from Bishop right down the middle for strike number 2. And so Lucas Gray, the second baseman for Whitehall, a full count here with Braylon Bishop on the mound.
You know, what Lucas is doing as a leadoff hitter, seeing a lot of pitches, so he's drawing a full count, and he's up on the plate.
And so Braylon Bishop, the payoff pitch to the plate, a breaking ball right across the plate for the first strikeout of the night.
I'll tell you what, that's having a lot of confidence in your arm, because what he did was he threw 5 fastballs, and then with a full count, broke off a curve and just right over the heart of the plate.
Absolutely. And so the second batter of the night is going to be the center fielder, Cam Robinson, First fastball to him going to be outside for ball number 1. So Braylon Bishop, the first batter that he sees, strikes him out. Second breaking ball of the night, same result.
I'll tell you what, if that's working behind his fastball, it's going to be a long night.
Absolutely, and so the breaking ball has been on so far. That'll even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just tried to overthrow a little bit right there.
Next fastball, he spikes in the dirt, just trying to overthrow it. A little too much power there. But nonetheless, that's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike to Cam Robinson, the center fielder for the Bulldogs tonight. The 2-1 pitch, beautiful breaking ball. Going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the first as the Razorbacks take on the Whitehall Bulldogs. Another breaking ball swung on and in the dirt. The throw down from Graydon Martin, and he'll be out. So 2 up and 2 down for the Razorbacks here in the top of the first inning.
You know, and here's the thing, is he threw that as an out pitch right there and intentionally spiked it and got a swing. And when you've got someone behind the plate like G, you know you can do that, and he'll block it in front of him and throw him out.
Absolutely. A great job, a great pitch by Braylon, and a great block by Graydon Martin there. And the 4th curveball of the evening by Braylon Bishop for the 4th strike that he has thrown that curveball for. Every curveball he's thrown has been a strike. Fastball on the outside corner, and quickly Bishop gets ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. On the 3-hole hitter, the third baseman, Cade Harp. As Bishop spins off the mound, going to bring the first ball to this batter, Harp. Not sure if his dad's the head coach. I know the head coach's last name is Harp. The 1-2 pitch from Bishop, going to be in the dirt.
Like he got a little check swing.
He did check his swing. Graydon Martin not going to ask for the appeal. And so that's going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here on the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch from Bishop, a curveball. It's going to be popped out to left field. Ryan Wardlaw out there today. Easy work for Braylon Bishop and Ryan Wardlaw. 3 up and 3 down for the Razorbacks. 2 strikeouts and a pop out, but from Braylon Bishop, and looking good. The Hogs right now on fire after 1/2 of an inning. No hits, no runs, and no score by the Whitehall Bulldogs.
You know, what we said early on is what Braylon needed to do is just throw strikes. That's what Coach Berry wants his pitchers to do. He knows that he has the power in the bats and the fielders to play behind the pitchers if the pitchers will just throw strikes. And Braylon came out and looked like he had all his pitches working. And boy, that's fun when you're up there and you know you're no matter what's called from behind the plate, you can put it where you want to.
And I was told by the scout that is here in the ballpark tonight, there is a Phillies scout here. He told me that I asked him if he wanted to come get an interview. He said, "Well, I don't want anybody knowing that I'm here." I said, "Hey, the whole ballpark knows you're here." So he is standing over by the dugout right now, but he didn't want anyone to know he was here. But now all of Texarkana does.
Do we have a camera on him? He's the guy in the black jacket. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, you know, a lot of those guys, you know, come to see Braylon and may pick up and, you know, see a Ty Wade, a Graydon Martin, a Jackson Harris. You know, you never know.
Absolutely. And so Ty Wade did put on a show it was Tuesday. Tuesday was on the mound for 6 of the 7 innings that they played, and he was just dominant up there.
He was shutting them out and hitting bombs at the plate.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely, he did. He hit a home run, and then I think he had one more hit on the night. And so he was scared to death when we did a post-game interview with him. And so as we have a break here in action, Noah Smith for the Whitehall Bulldogs throws down to second base, and Coach Lane Berry makes his way over to third base. And we're going to have the leadoff hitter, number 1, the catcher, Graydon Martin, step to the plate for the Razorbacks.
You know, Graydon's been in that leadoff role, for a couple of years at least, and man, nobody's better in that leadoff spot than him.
Go, Greg.
First fastball to him right on the outside corner for strike number 1. A little low, going to be called for strike number 2, and quickly Graydon Martin in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
Tell you, that was in the zone at one time, but not when it crossed the plate. It was low. So
swung on and missed by Graydon Martin. The breaking ball in the dirt. The catcher did lob it.
Yeah, good job by that catcher, because the pitcher threw it low, and Graydon was kind of behind the 8 ball. But the reason he was, it's kind of the call he got with the second strike, so it kind of put him behind.
Absolutely, and so the catcher almost made a mistake. He just lobbed it over the runner instead of stepping outside into foul territory where the ball took him and making a nice throw down there. But nonetheless, it is out number 1, and that'll bring up the pitcher tonight, number 2, Braylon Bishop. First pitch to him, going to be low for ball number 1.
Kind of doesn't come over the top with that pitch. I don't think that's a fastball. It looks like it's sinking right at the end.
He's got a little different throwing action there. And so Bishop's seen 2 pitches, both of them for balls.
Yeah, he's not going to see much good. I'm guessing a curve right here. There it was.
He does throw a curve ball, and it's going to be at the feet of Braylon Bishop. That's going to be a 3-0 count.
They got one out, and what they're saying, we're not going to let him beat us. But number 22, Ty Wade, sitting in the on-deck circle licking his chops. I'll tell you what, that he hits a high fly ball with a 3-0 count, and that guy had piped it right down the middle. And I'm telling you, if he does that again, Braylon will make him pay.
Yeah, a couple games ago I saw Braylon 3-0 count, and there were 2 outs, and I guess he had the green light, and he took one over the fence. And so he's the kind of guy that 99% of the time he's got the green light.
Absolutely.
That's going to bring up number 22, Ty Wade, who homered in his last game, also pitched an amazing game on the mound for the Razorbacks.
Ty told me last night it was back-to-back pitches to him and Braylon.
Absolutely was. So Ty's going to be at third base tonight. Second pitch to him going to be called low, but it will be a strike. And so this guy right here, if you throw a fastball at the knees, he will give it to you. Next curveball going to be in the dirt and slapped down the first baseline by the catcher. Going to bring Wade's count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ty's a smart hitter. Doesn't usually swing at things out of the zone.
So the 2-1 pitch to him, going to be swung on and missed.
Just a little bit off on that one. Peter right down the middle.
Going to bring his count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball right at the knees, called for strike number 3, and so no runners left on, no hits and no runs scored here in the bottom of the first. The Razorbacks and the Bulldogs in a tight one here. No one scored. We're here at the home of the Arkansas Razorbacks at Razorback Field with Texarkana Game Day. We'll be back after these messages.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
Welcome back to Arkansas High School, home of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. We just got finished up with the first inning where no runs were scored. Both pitchers looking great on the mound so far. Do not believe we have had a hit for either team, and so we may have a pitcher's duel today, Billy.
Well, here's the thing is a lot of times when you have good pitchers on the mound, like both teams do, typically they'll get through that first wave of hitters, and then when someone starts to see them for the second, third time, then you start seeing those hits matriculate. So
that's going to bring up number 22, Christian Carnell. He's going to take one off the shoulder from the first pitch from Bishop. He'll trot down to first base.
So now we have a hit.
And
there goes the no-hitter,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. So the first base runner for the Bulldogs.
You're going to see a bunt right here.
And so number 1, Colton Milburn, the right fielder for the Bulldogs, tries to lay down the bunt.
He was right then. He kind of caught Ty not playing in enough, and coach was saying, "Hey, first bunt's on you. You can try to get on, but now he should sacrifice right here."
He lets a breaking ball fall across the knees, but for ball number 1. So that'll bring his count up even 1 ball and 1 strike. He's going to lay down the second one, but it will be foul.
What you want him to do as a second hitter right after a guy gets on is you got to sacrifice. You're trying to sacrifice yourself, especially if it's not on the first strike. You're sacrificing yourself. You're getting out there early and you're laying it down. You're taking one for the team and you're getting
Absolutely.
that runner over. And he's trying to do a little bit too much, but now he's behind in the count 1-2.
And so I, as his coach, I would tell him go ahead and square around and show the bunt on the last pitch, but he was trying to throw it down there too late and he fouls it off. There's a breaking ball. The umpire does flinch. He wants to call it. But he doesn't, and so that'll bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The umpire did flinch like he wanted to call it, but he didn't give it to Bishop this time. Fastball right down the middle, swung on and missed.
He said, "You know what? If you're not going to give me that hook at 72, I'm going to throw it 85 and right by you."
That's right, and so leave no doubt. So he slams the fastball right down the middle, swung on and missed for out number 1 of the inning.
Now you're 1 pitch away. You get a ground ball and a double play, and you're out of the inning.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 11, Caleb Taylor. A breaking ball not quite finishing at the top of the zone for ball number 1.
Breaking ball looked a little sharper in the first inning. Just needs to get it back.
Second pitch to the shortstop, low and inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Bulldogs do have a runner on first base. Bishop's pitch going to be lifted out to Ryan Wardlaw in left field. He does make the catch. There will be no tag and no runner.
And that's what I'm talking about, Brian, and what Coach Berry said is he said, "Hey, throw it over the plate. Let them hit it. We've got someone that can catch it. We got someone that can field it. We got someone that can throw it. Just if, the only thing that we can't defend are walks and hit batters." So Braylon's doing really good in the first couple innings.
Absolutely. And so a great job there by Ryan Wardlaw to track that one down. And so with 2 outs, Braylon Bishop back to work, pumping a fastball belt high past number 8, Garrett Rhodes. And so the early runner on first, Christian Carnell, he stands over at first after being hit by a pitch. Second fastball from Bishop, going to be low for ball number 1. We'll even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. No runner, a breaking ball, again a little high for ball number 2. Going to bring our count to 2 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the second inning with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch from Bishop, a fastball. He tried to check swing, went around for strike number 2.
Really a nice night. The weather's kind of held off and really tolerable.
Yeah, about 70 degrees, no wind, and so a breaking ball on the outside corner. The umpire is a little gun shy. Whenever you see him flinch like that, that's not a good sign.
I'll tell you what, he's thrown a couple of really, really good pitches, and I mean, they're borderline strikes. But man, if you're going to flinch, you go ahead and go all the way.
So the payoff pitch from Bishop, right on the outside corner, a little outside, called for ball number 4, and so that'll take runners to first and second for the Whitehall Bulldogs with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up the catcher, number 12, Noah Smith. So time will be called. Graydon Martin will go out and discuss the game plan with Braylon Bishop.
I think he's saying, hey, let's just get it back over the plate. Let them put it in play. Let's get on to the next our next at bat.
Absolutely. And so this game was supposed to be played tomorrow at 4:30. Some weather coming into Texarkana, well, almost the whole state of Arkansas, so almost everybody moved their game up today.
There you go.
So we were a couple minutes late getting this one started, but as we have 2 outs in the top of the second, Braylon Bishop faces catcher Noah Smith, and his first pitch is going to be in there for strike number 1.
Looks like the flyover's even a little bit late
today. It is.
Today.
It's a little late, yeah, and they're about a quarter of a mile off the mark. So the 0-1 pitch from Bishop going to be high for ball number 1. Going to even our count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's like he's just trying to guide that one. I'd like for him to go back and just throw it.
And so the pitching coach out on the grass calling pitches. The 1-1 pitch breaks right across the strike zone.
Oh, that's pretty.
Got away from Graydon Martin. The runner did not advance. So the runner's still on first and second with 1 ball and 2 strikes to Noah Smith.
That runner didn't advance because the batter didn't let him know where the ball was, and he couldn't see the ball from where he was.
The 1-2 pitch right down the middle, swung on and missed. And so no hits, no runs scored in the top of the second for the Bulldogs. The Razorbacks trot off the field, and they'll be headed to the plate. Billy, you've seen Braylon take the mound twice so far. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, I've seen Braylon over the years take the mound a lot. A lot of times we were facing him, and man, you know, his deal is that he's very, very effective when he throws strikes. He's not effective at all when he doesn't throw strikes, or when he's having some parts of trouble. And tonight is really the best I've seen him. And so, you know, like you say, if he stays in it, throws strikes, I mean, he's going to give his team a really, really good chance no matter who they're playing.
Absolutely.
Whether they're playing Texas High or Pine Bluff or the New York Yankees, if he's on and he's got the ball going over the plate, he's going to be really, really effective.
Absolutely, and he's such a good athlete. You can just put him almost anywhere around the.
You know, Ty Wade told me last night that Braylon was maybe running in a track meet right before this, in a conference track meet. And you know, he's just one of those guys that he can go to a track meet, he can come here, he can go play basketball, and then go throw the football, and it won't affect him one iota.
Kind of like Michael Jordan, they'll just bring him in on the helicopter and let him bat. And
well, I'm not putting him in Jordan's deal. I'm not goating him yet, but he's still got a lot more to prove. But he's well on his way, and you know, there's a lot of talk around about being in the first couple of rounds really high. So you know, but I hope he doesn't get drafted, because I want him to go play for my Hogs.
Absolutely.
You know? But whatever's best for him. But yeah, he's signed with Arkansas and be really good to go up there and play for the number 1 team in the nation. Right?
Well, it's hard not to go play for them. You know what I'm saying? And,
that's right.
You know,
you and I'll be rooting for them.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Absolutely. And so the Hogs looking impressive so far up in Fayetteville, and the Hogs looking impressive so far here in Texarkana. And so we're about to get the bottom of the second inning underway. And with that pitch to number 20, Darby Sawyer, that'll be in there for strike number 1.
That's out.
Second pitch going to be outside for ball number 1, going to even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'll tell you what, his first fastball really cut the outside part of the plate and was really, really smart with his second one, just went another ball out. And,
absolutely.
He came across the plate that time, and Darby was on time, but fouls it all straight back.
And so after that one fouled to the net, it's going to bring up 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some sort, was that a knuckleball? What did he throw there? I don't know if I saw any spin to it.
I'm telling you, his arm angle is changing, and that ball's just kind of sinking and going away, actually going away from the left-handed batter, but comes in on the and he throws that when he's, to me, I hadn't seen a low fastball other than that, some kind of sink in it. But Jackson Harris is coming up, shortstop for the Hogs.
So fastball to him. He will give it on the outside corner this time.
2 balls out on the outside corner.
Umpire picking which ones he will give. And so 0-1 to our shortstop, Jackson Harris. This one going to be fired down the third base line and off the glove of Cade Harp at third base.
I'll tell you, that's off the glove, but that is a single. He could not get to that ball and did a really, really good job, because that's a stand-up double for Jackson if he doesn't get any leather on it, and he did, and we got 1 out, and Paxton coming up.
Absolutely, and so that one will be marked as a hit. It was right down the line. Number 9, Cade Harp, did a good job just to get over and get the tip of his glove on it, but it will be marked as a hit. And Jackson Harris will stand at first base with 1 out here in the bottom of the second as Luke Paxton, our center fielder tonight, steps up to the plate.
You know, and here's the thing about Luke Paxton. If you'll watch where that third base is playing in, it's because of his speed. And anybody with the last name Paxton around these parts can roll. So any ball down, he's on first base.
And so a swing and a miss by him. The 0-1 pitch going to be at his knees. Driven out, and it will be over the head of the left fielder, Jackson Harris, round second. He's on his way to third. It's going to be stopped at third base.
Really, really good inside-out swing by Luke, and where that left fielder was having to play just because of his speed, wasn't able to get to the ball, and Jackson, that could possibly be a triple if nobody's on base, but Jackson was having to respect the left fielder maybe possibly catching that. So you got runners at second and third on the corners now, and Jackson Ty, the DH, coming up.
And Colton Milburn, who is out in left field for the Bulldogs, he was playing up, and he just got burned on that one. Almost made a play to it and got his glove on it, but just over the glove. And Speedy Paxton is into second base with a stand-up double with Jackson Harris standing at third. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jackson Ty. Second pitch to him outside, but called for strike number 2.
I'll tell you what.
No balls and 2 strikes.
First pitch to Jackson was a good curveball across the plate, and, of course, you don't want to swing at that. And then he threw one a little bit out and got the call.
So the 0-2 pitch to him, fastball right down the middle, going to be fouled back to the backstop, and a race to the foul ball going to be won by Whitehall. So a great effort by some guys that don't quite get in the game.
They're in the game.
At least at this time.
That's right.
And, man, what a speedy job he did to get to that foul ball.
I'll tell you what, after a couple of curveballs, Jackson Ty got a really heater right down the middle and was able to battle it off, and then laid off a really good curveball. So having a good at-bat.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Ty, the designated hitter. He'll call time and step out of the box. Pitcher taking a little too long to get his signs there.
Jackson Ty will be headed up on the hill next year.
That's right.
Be a Razorback.
So we'd like to have a big hit from him right now with 2 guys in scoring position. And
baby.
Here's one. It's going to be out into right field. Jackson Harris tags up at third. No play at the plate. Going to be cut off by the pitcher.
Hey, listen. Some things don't go down in the scorebook, and that at bat, it's going to go down as a sac fly and an RBI, but nobody's going to know you were down 0-2 to a couple of curveballs. Nobody's going to know that the second pitch was a little bit outside and got called. So you can hold your head down, or you can choke up like he did and battle it off and get you an RBI.
Absolutely, and just get it somewhere out deep enough to score the guy from third and do your job. And so Paxton still at second base. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Danny McWilliams. He grounds one over to second across the diamond for out number 3.
Really good play by the shortstop right there. Danny Mack sat on a fastball and got it, and just got it on the ground, but the guy made a good play in the hole to get the out. But it was really good, getting on the scoreboard first is really big when you got a couple of good pitchers going, and Arkansas High was able to do that with some good at-bats right there.
And so after 2 hits and 1 run scored, that's going to retire the second inning. We'll be back with more action from Arkansas High after this message.
A strong work ethic. We understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
And so welcome back to Arkansas High, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. It's a beautiful day here on the Arkansas side of Texarkana. I'm Brian Bolton. I'm joined today by Razorback Billy himself, right. Mr. Billy Lavender.
Woo Pig Suey.
That's right. And so it's all Woo Pig Suey here so far as the Razorbacks lead after 2, 1-0 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. And we're getting geared up for the 3rd inning here at Razorback Field. So that's going to bring up, let's see here.
It's the pitcher.
Yep, going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, number 27, Aaron Warner. So this is the first plate appearance tonight for him. Braylon Bishop still out on the mound. 2 great innings from him so far. First pitch of the 3rd inning, going to be a really off-speed pitch. In there for strike number 1. So Warner behind that first off-speed pitch. Second pitch going to be a curveball right across the plate for strike number 2.
Braylon said, I'm going to give you a little bit of your own medicine. If you're going to throw me some off-speed pitches, you're going to get the same.
So Aaron Warner quickly in the hole, 0-2. The pitch from Bishop going to be fastball right at the knees, swung on and missed for out number 1.
I'll tell you what was good about that is Graydon Martin set up about 2 balls out, and Bishop hits his mitt right in the middle of it, and it's where the pitcher couldn't, or the pitcher who was at bat couldn't hit it.
Yep, he just set up outside and said, hey, swing if you want to, but your bat's not long enough to make it.
That's right. A little bit low on that one, a little bit low. You can have a 1-0 count. This is the leadoff batter, correct?
It is, number 16, Lucas Gray.
Took a full count and struck him out with a curveball his first at bat.
So the 1-0 pitch, a curveball that doesn't quite break. Going to be in there for ball number 2. Bishop's curveball has looked really, really good tonight. Breaking right across the knees. The 2-0 pitch to him. Going to be fouled down the line. No one will make it over to make the catch. Jackson Harris will scoop it up and throw it to the coach, and we've got a new ball in the ball game. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, number 16, second baseman Lucas Gray. 2-1 pitch from Bishop. Right down the middle of the line, down the first base line, just foul.
He didn't keep his hands inside that ball. If he does, that ball stays fair, but kind of swung around it. But it was a really good pitch location by Braylon, which didn't allow him to basically hit it anywhere but there. So he went in on him, and man, I'm expecting maybe Graydon Martin to get on the outside of the plate right here after an inside fastball.
And so the 2-2 count to Lucas Gray. That one just off the line, down the first base line. The delivery from Bishop, going to be a breaking ball, low and inside for ball number 3. So with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd, the number 1 hitter for the Whitehall Bulldogs, the payoff pitch to him, a breaking ball right across the plate. No swing, but he is out.
He did it to him again, and if the leadoff batter number 16 comes up again, he's going to say, if I get 2 strikes he's fixing to throw me Uncle Charlie.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, really, really, really good location on that breaking ball.
And so he picks him up and sits him down for out number 2. So that's going to bring up Cam Robinson. Off-speed pitch to him, going to be swung on and missed. Cam playing out in center field for the Bulldogs.
Kind of a change-up that hung on the outside corner.
So Bishop on a roll here in the 3rd inning as well. Throws him a curveball off the mitt.
Number 10.
From Graydon Martin.
Give him some love. He's getting all the balls over there.
Yeah, he is on his horse. So Cam Robinson, the center fielder at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to him.
A little bit up.
Fastball going to be high for ball number 2.
A little bit up, but a great location.
Bishop showing a little pause there at the top of his leg kick. Next one swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I think we got some baseball in the area tonight. Maybe Pleasant Grove is playing right now. I'm going to try to get us some scores
yeah, see if we can get a score
area.
update.
And later tonight, Hooks at New Boston.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball inside for ball number 3. So going to bring up another full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cam Robinson with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. The Bulldogs not able to get anything going so far. The payoff pitch going to be a breaking ball. And number 2, Graydon Martin. A little slow out there to that one. And Robinson was thinking about taking 2, and Martin said, no, not so quick.
Listen, Graydon is smarter than the average Bear. Graydon was baiting him into that one. Graydon's a hustler, and he just wanted to see that guy around that bag. He picked it up and tossed it to him.
So the Robinson on first. Cade Harp steps up to the plate. Fastball inside, called for ball number 1. So the Bulldogs dugout trying to get a rally going here. Fastball on the outside corner for ball number 2. The 2-0 pitch to Harp. It's going to be in the dirt. The runner will go. The throw down to second, and he's going to be called out.
Let me tell you something. He got a great jump. Graydon blocked the ball, comes out, grabs it, and, throws a bullet to Danny Mack at second base, and he makes a good tag on the runner, and we get out of here with unscathed. So 1-0 through 2.
Absolutely, and so no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on, and that's going to be the 3rd inning, or excuse me, the 3rd out of the top of the 3rd here for the Razorbacks. So the Razorbacks headed to the bottom of the 3rd with a 1-0 lead over the Whitehall Bulldogs. Whitehall's coach not too happy about that call at second, but there's no replay and probably not going to overturn it.
That's right.
You just live for another day.
I want to give a special shout out to Chris Harris, who's watching us on game day, having to be away. He usually catches all of Jackson's games, but his mom, I believe, fell and broke her hip, and he's helping her maybe in Plano, Texas, I believe. So just want him to know thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, and all of Razorback Nation around here is thinking about him.
Absolutely, and so we appreciate Chris and all of the folks around Texarkana that are tuning in to Texarkana Game Day Baseball today. Please like this post and share this all over Facebook and YouTube so that everyone can know that they can catch some area baseball today.
Right.
If you're sitting at home and have no game to watch, share this around Facebook and let them know they can catch it on YouTube as well. I believe Pleasant Grove may be the only one in town that's playing other than the Razorbacks today. At home, yes. And so we were able to get out here and cover another Razorback game, and we're thankful that we are.
Chris's wife's here, though, watching Jackson. She works for the school district, does a really, really good job for TASD, and is always all over social media and repping them well, and they really appreciate her and all she does for them.
Absolutely, and I've gotten to know her a little bit doing some things around TASD, and a really nice lady and a really good person to have on your team. And so Ryan Wardlaw, the left fielder today, he's up to bat here in the bottom of the third. And he fouls the first one off, just kind of pokes it down the first base line.
Kind of got lucky. It looked like the first baseman for Whitehall just thought it was going to get out of play, and it stayed in.
So he has a little luck on his side, and with an 0-1 count, he receives his second pitch, and he's going to foul it down the opposite line. And so he's got both of the corners completed now. Let's see if he can put one down the middle.
Wardlaw's a freshman. He's done a really, really good job on the mound and at bat for the Hogs this year.
So the 0-2 pitch to him,
right,
Coach Berry asking why he didn't just stand there and take it.
Yeah.
He's saying,
he said,
Coach,
it was
right in my ear hole. And so 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ryan Wardlaw. The 1-2 pitch to him. Going to be a fastball, and he does, right up the middle.
And he caught that right off the handle, but an inside-out swing. You could see that ball from here and right up the middle. And I'm telling you, he's having a really, really good freshman season and really helping out this club. He gets on, and now you got leadoff Graydon Martin coming up, and he's going to have seen this pitcher one time. And no telling what Coach Berry's going to try to do down there. Let's see if he wants to play a little small ball.
Absolutely.
Third baseman is playing back. Oh, Wardlaw.
And so did I not call that one? Yeah. Down each foul line and right down the middle?
Yep.
I should have bet some money on it. So that's going to bring up the one-hole hitter, the leadoff hitter, Graydon Martin. And he's worried about Wardlaw taking second. Wardlaw has a little speed, but not sure he's going to steal.
Yeah, and another thing he's trying to do is see if Graydon's going to bunt by throwing it over there.
First fastball to Martin, going to be high for ball number 1 as Braylon Bishop stands in the on-deck circle and awaits his turn. So Aaron Warner on the mound. He will go, and what a great pitch to go on.
Really good pitch to run on. It was that a 1-0?
Yeah.
1-0 pitch, but he caught him with a curveball in the dirt, and there was nothing they could do.
And a curveball in the dirt off the chest of the catcher that rolls around a little while. And
so now you got a base to put, Graydon, but if you do, Bishop's on deck.
Absolutely.
Licking his chops.
So the 2-0 pitch to catcher Graydon Martin. Going to be a fastball, low and outside for ball number 3. So Graydon Martin sitting back and looking for one right down the middle. Pitch to him will be right down the middle for strike number 1.
That's smart, though. The guy's thrown 3 straight balls, and there's no sense to get antsy on it and try to do something with something that, you don't know.
So the 3-1 pitch to Graydon Martin. Warner, a fastball, and it's right in the gap. Wardlaw is going to be held up at third as Martin rounds first.
He got the exact same pitch that he got 3-0, and this time, because he did already have a strike on him, he puts it right in the 5-6 hole and gets a first-third action, and Braylon's up. And here's the thing: is Braylon's not going to get good pitches, so there's a chance he's going to get something spiked or something like that, and you're going to get Graydon Martin over at second and get a couple of RBI opportunities.
Well, you've got 2 guys on base. You've got Braylon Bishop and Ty Wade.
And you
with no outs. So how do you feel if you're Coach Berry standing down there at third base right now?
Here's I feel good if I'm Coach Berry. I hate it if I'm the pitcher on the mound, because I'm saying, hey, I really don't want to throw to this guy, but then I got number 22 sitting over there in the on deck circle, and he's liable to deposit one over the fence.
And so first pitch, breaking ball to Braylon Bishop, swung on and missed for strike number 1. Warner's 0-1 pitch. The runner does go. It's a breaking ball inside. No swing, and Graydon Martin will walk into second easily.
Yeah, they didn't listen. They wanted to keep their defense set just like that. They didn't even budge when Graydon took off.
So the 1-1 pitch to Bishop. Low,
Really
called for ball number 2.
Really good. You know, he doesn't swing at many pitches out of the strike zone.
2 balls and 1 strike to Bishop. Here's a fastball inside that he gets out of the way of for ball number 3. And so Bishop looking pretty good with a 3-ball and 1 strike count with 2 guys in scoring position. And big number 22 awaits on the on-deck circle. So Warner's 3-1 pitch to Bishop, a breaking ball, fouled off. Back to the wall. That's going to bring a full count with Braylon Bishop at the plate. No outs here in the bottom of the 3rd with a runner on 2nd and 3rd for the Razorbacks. The payoff pitch right down the middle, driven into center field. Both runners will tag. Robinson does make the catch, but he's going backwards. Both runners will advance, and Ty Wardlaw will score the 2nd run of the game for the Hogs.
Did his job, full count, just kind of stuck his bat out there and got a medium to deep fly ball to center. And, that's the thing is, not only did you get the RBI, but you allowed the runner at 2nd to advance to where, Ty Wade with 1 out can do some damage.
Absolutely, and so with 1 out, Wardlaw does score to take our score 2 for the Razorbacks and nothing for the Bulldogs so far. As Graydon Martin advances to 3rd base, Ty Wade will step into the box and take the first one for ball number 1. The 2nd pitch from Warner, a fastball knee-high on the outside corner, called for strike number 1.
That's a good take. That was a strike, but it was a good take by Ty because he couldn't really do any damage with that.
Fastball falling off the mound is Warner. That's going to be in there for ball number 2. And Noah Smith is going to call for time and go out and talk to his pitcher and say, hey, just stay on the mound. Quit falling off the side of the mound.
Is that what he's telling him out there?
Yeah, man, just stay on the mound.
Don't butter him up out there. Just tell him what.
Well, he fell off the side of the mound. The catcher had to roll with him. He almost threw it over here to our table.
He's going to get a good pitch right here, I bet.
So Wade at the plate with a 2-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Breaking ball in the dirt that'll go all the way back to the screen, and that'll be the 3rd run.
What that is that's respect for Ty Wade is he doesn't get anything good and trying to throw him something that he can't hit, and what he does is he throws something that they can't catch, and because of it you get another run for Arkansas High, and they go up 3-0.
So that was Graydon Martin who crossed the plate for the 3rd run for the Razorbacks. This 3-1 pitch is going to be fouled off the cap of the bat.
Just a little bit early on that. If he'd have timed that one up right, we may be sitting here waiting for him to get home.
And so a full count to Wade. Warner delivers a fastball, and it's going to be a foul ball.
It hit.
And so the home plate umpire.
Home plate umpire didn't see it, and what he did was he checked his guy down the line, and he was hollering foul. The ball went straight down off Ty's foot, so
absolutely
good job by the umpires to get together.
If you're Wade there, my advice would be run anyways in case they don't get it right.
Pretty good curveball.
But Ty Wade was adamant that they were going to call it foul, so it's a good thing that the field umpire did see it. Next pitch, breaking ball, going to be swung on and missed by Wade. That's going to bring 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And number 20, Darby Sawyer, the first baseman, up to bat. That's side arm.
Yeah, dropped down that time. We
Absolutely.
hadn't seen that. This is 2nd time through, and like I said, we're starting to get the bat on the ball and do some things, so he's going to have to do some. Yeah.
Same pitch. Down the first base line, but it's going to be foul.
He said it worked so well, I'll try it again, and Darby said don't come in here with that.
Absolutely, and so I'm sure we're not going to see it for a 3rd time, but Darby Sawyer quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
I don't know. Nobody's expecting it for the 3rd time. Give him a high fastball. Yep. Went up a little bit on him.
Swung on and missed, and so with 2 hits, there will be 2 runs scored here in the bottom of the 3rd. This is Texarkana Game Day, and we'll be back with more action at Arkansas High.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Arkansas High. This is Texarkana Game Day Baseball. I am Brian Bolt, and man, do we have a treat here at Arkansas High tonight. And I don't mean the scoreboard. Billy Lavender is here live with us.
I thought maybe you were talking about we had some nachos coming in there, bringing us some nachos, because I smell them over there.
Absolutely. And
I'm a sucker for a good nachos with extra cheese. Man, just in case anybody's watching this and they're headed to the game, you know, you got to go right past that concession stand when you come in.
Just junk food in general, man.
There you go.
I love junk food. But so we're here, and after 3 innings, we're headed to the top of the 4th as the Razorbacks lead 3-0 over the Whitehall Bulldogs.
You know, right now Arkansas High has kind of had a clean game. You know, getting a good pitching performance by Bishop. They're playing well on defense behind them, running bases well, and their bats are starting to come alive. So, you know, if they can keep that up, Whitehall's not going to be able to stay with them. But you know, I mean, it's good. You know, as you go deeper in the season, deeper into conference play, that's what Coach Berry wants. Is he wants a clean game. Say, hey, we've got the athletes. If we can play a clean game, we can beat anybody.
Absolutely. And so as we get ready for action here, we appreciate everyone that's tuning in from around the Texarkana area. And if we do have anyone tuning in over at Whitehall, we appreciate you for tuning in as well. And so we're getting ready for action here in the top of the 4th inning at Razorback Field. First up is going to be number 9, Cade Harp, the third baseman. And he's going to take a off-speed pitch for strike number 1.
I don't know what that was. That wasn't a curveball. I don't know what he's trying to throw right there. Looked good, just didn't hit the mark.
So whatever it is, it was a little short and in the dirt for ball number 1.
He's going to take his time, get back in the zone. Doesn't need to get too cute with these guys. Just throw it over the plate.
Absolutely. The 1-1 pitch from Braylon. His delivery a little different there, and it works. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. So Cade Harp in the hole, 1-2, as Bishop delivers a fastball, but it will be high, and even the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think Harp's the one, see the 3-hole that flew out to left field last time up?
Yes, he is.
Yep, to Wardlaw.
So the 2-2 pitch going to be in the dirt for ball number 3. And so another full count for Braylon Bishop. If we don't see that magical curveball right across the knees, I'm going to be upset. I really love that strikeout pitch.
Yeah, but you don't want to put the first runner on. Just go at him. There you go.
And so this one going to be fouled down the third base line, and a nice pitch there by Bishop.
He hasn't proved anything to me yet that he can really do damage. So I'm throwing something over the plate.
Absolutely.
Something straight.
So our count will stay full. Is number 9, Cade Harp, the third baseman for the Bulldogs, at the plate.
Starting to miss a little bit with the curveball. I'm maybe a changeup right here, just kind of something, just shaking, grading off. I think that's probably on purpose. Keep the hitter off balance.
The payoff pitch from Bishop.
Right there down the middle.
It'll be right in the zone, and it'll be over to McWilliams at second base, and easy work.
Routine ground ball to Danny Mack, goes to his knee, makes sure he got it, and fires it over to first base to Darby Sawyer.
Best hair on the team.
Lots of hair. That's I'll tell you, the thing about that is, and what won't go down is that's a 3-2 pitch. He just went at him, and that's what you got to do.
And so 1 out Here for the Razorbacks, number 22, Christian Carnal, will step up to the bat.
Good pitch right there. Not anything that the batter could do anything with.
The 1-0 pitch from Bishop. Going to be swung on and hit straight up. It's going to be out of play.
High fastball.
Bishop evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top of the 4th with 1 out. Curveball that hangs high for ball number 2.
What that allows you to do is you got your batter off kilter now. He's not digging in with those spikes anymore. Now you can throw him something inside you may wave at.
The 2-1 pitch to Carnal. Bishop delivers a fastball, going to be high for ball number 3.
Nothing PG early.
Fastball low and outside for ball number 4, and Bishop gives up his first walk tonight to number 22, Christian Carnal. That's going to bring up number 1, Colton Milburn.
Colton's the one who didn't get the bunt down a while ago.
Absolutely.
I don't think he'll be bunting here.
So first pitch going to be in the dirt, and it'll roll all the way to the backstop.
Just kind of got off Graydon's shin guard, and he's a little bit upset about it. Just need to get an out right here and leave that runner on second base.
Graydon Martin tracks it down and gets it back to Bishop. Carnal will advance to second base. The 1-0 pitch to Milburn in there for strike number 1. Going to even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Bishop, the lefty, his 1-1 pitch going to be in the dirt for ball number 2.
It's the first base runner that's gotten a second for them, if I remember right.
Milburn pops one up. It will get out of play.
Off the light post.
Going to be high and out of play for strike number 2. Going to even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Braylon Bishop and Graydon Martin make their way over to the fence.
I'm anxious to see right here with a 2-2 count what pitch they call with guy at second, because you don't want to bounce a curveball and let him get into really scoring position over at third.
So Braylon Bishop gets ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch to Milburn. So breaking ball, a little bit high. Little high, and that'll bring the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Milburn. The payoff pitch from Bishop. Not liking what he's got. The Bulldog dugout getting a little loud, and so Bishop gives them a smile.
I tell you, Bishop likes to he likes to be the center of attention, and he doesn't mind a little pressure every now and then.
The payoff pitch, a breaking ball, and it was right across the knees, but not going to be called.
It's all right. He's 1 ground ball away from a double play right here and getting out of the inning. But he's having to face number 11. Who's that?
That's Caleb Taylor, the shortstop for the Bulldogs tonight.
Does a really good job at shortstop. See how Braylon pitches him.
So with 1 out and a runner on first and second, Bishop's first pitch in there for strike number 1. And so this is the first time tonight here in the top of the 4th that the Bulldogs have had something going. So a breaking ball will be called this time for strike number 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you that first pitch that he threw for a changeup, what makes it so effective, his doesn't have a lot of movement on it, but it's the same arm action as a fastball. So you're geared up for the fastball with that arm action, and then you're out in front.
So no balls and 2 strikes to Taylor. The 0-2 pitch right down the middle and fouled to the backstop.
He challenged him with a fastball in 0-2, and he was on time, just barely missed it.
Caleb Taylor battling at the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Bishop in the dirt. He does check swing.
Really good job by Graydon Martin back there. I mean, it's invaluable to have somebody back there who is basically a brick wall. And it allows you to throw pitches like that with runners on base in an 0-2 count.
Graydon Martin blocks that one to keep the runners from advancing. Going to bring up 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, a breakoff pitch off the mitt of Martin. That will advance the runners.
I may have hyped him up too much back here, but he knows that made a little bit of mistake there. But you never know. They may have been on a separate page right there. But I still take him all day back there.
Absolutely. And he's been solid for the Razorbacks all year. That one tips off his gloves, and 2 runners in scoring position for the Bulldogs. The 2-2 count. Delivery from Bishop. Going to be a breaking ball in the dirt. The count was 3-2, and that'll draw the walk.
That was ball 4. Come on, Blue.
I actually had a 2-2 count, and so the scoreboard was incorrect. So the coach from Whitehall not happy. Coach Berry going to come out.
Just something you want to settle down. Get Braylon back over the plate, and they're not hitting him around the park. Just not throwing as many strikes right now.
And so with 1 out, the bases are loaded here in the top of the 4th. Braylon Bishop on the mound, and Garrett Rhodes comes up to bat. First one right down the middle for strike number 1.
That's tough, but man, if you catch someone sitting on it, now the wind's picking up behind us, blowing dead out to center.
A nice off-speed pitch there from Bishop for strike number 1. And a little chippy the coaches have gotten here. I'll tell you a little story here in a little while. This one's going to be lifted but foul for strike number 2.
That's really good to get ahead of them 0-2 when you got, bases juiced and only 1 out.
So Martin's going to call time and go out and talk to Bishop, so I'll tell you my story.
Tell me your story.
When I was coaching at Lakeside, which the Whitehall, Coach Hart brought it up when I walked out on the field earlier and was talking to him, and the same thing happened when I was coaching at Lakeside. It got a little chippy between the coaches, and so I don't know if that's just a Whitehall thing, if they're just really into it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I like to see a little action around here.
There you go.
And so 0-2.
Really good pitch.
To Garrett Rhodes,
really
and that one just off the inside.
Hey, wear that. We score a run there. Come on.
For ball number 1.
That must be Garrett's dad.
And so 1 ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Rhodes. Here in the top of the 4th, the pitch to him, fastball low and inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think it's 2 up. Yeah, 2-2. Right.
To number 8, the left fielder, Garrett Rhodes, with the bases loaded and 1 out for the Bulldogs. Got the rally chair, the rally caps going on in the Bulldogs dugout. The 2-2 pitch from Bishop. Right down the middle, swung on and missed, and quickly the chair and the rally caps go away. Coach Lane Berry is going to call time and go out and talk to Bishop.
That's a really good move, because you're saying, hey, we've halted the threat right here. Let's be smart with this guy and get us a ground ball or something, get out of this inning. Really impressed with Braylon tonight. Like I said, he's had some issues before about not keeping it in the zone, and really been pounding the zone tonight. Gotten a little bit of trouble this inning, but came back with a really big strikeout right now. And Coach Berry's out there just to make sure, hey, let's stay right there and get out of this inning.
Absolutely. So we appreciate everyone tuning in on Texarkana Game Day We appreciate Morgan Smith for giving us the opportunity to showcase these local athletes. We are on the campus of Arkansas High tonight.
Morgan had a big announcement earlier this week. Longview game day is
Absolutely.
going to get started next year. So,
Absolutely.
man, he's always thinking about that brand and building it and expanding it. It's done a really, really good job in this market and will continue. You know, it's got Rockwall and it's going to continue it in Longview. So,
Think he'll let us go down there?
absolutely.
So we're back to action with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Oh, great pitch by Braylon.
Braylon's going to throw a breaking ball, and it's going to be
nice
in
play by
time.
Danny Mack.
Danny Mack charges it. Braylon Bishop tried to barehand it. It got right under the hand of Bishop. And Danny Mack comes in from his second base position, scoops it up, and fires it to first base.
I'll tell you what, Little Mac's been playing a long time. He's played a lot of positions, but did a really, really good job of coming in and getting that ball because it had some serious spin on it off that guy's back because it was a great pitch by Braylon.
And so with no hits, no runs scored, and 3 runners left on base, no runs will be scored here in the top of the 4th. The Hogs still lead 3-0 after 3.5 innings of play here at Arkansas High School. Billy getting into the music here. You know, I was telling Frank the other day, and he didn't believe me. He argued with me, but I told him there's no better playlist than at a high school or college baseball game.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't care where you are.
It doesn't matter.
That's right. It's always up to date and hip, and there's a few songs that they want to play that they can't play, but man, I'm telling you, you can really get into it at a high school baseball game. I agree.
And so he didn't believe me, but I mean, a college or high school, I mean, the playlist is just amazing.
Yeah.
You get a good little mix of everything.
Get that, and you get a little nachos on the side. I mean, it's dinner and a movie.
Will somebody please come and buy Billy some nachos? My wife actually has me on a diet, so I can't have any, but I'll smell them if you'll get some.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a break. 7th inning stretch, I'm headed over there to get some.
I know that's right. And so we're looking at the live feed. We've got some people watching online from around the Texarkana area and also around the state, different places around the state. And so we appreciate everyone for watching here on Texarkana Game Day. And we appreciate Texarkana, Arkansas School District for giving us the opportunity to come out and broadcast twice this week here at Arkansas High School. And the Razorbacks have been on a roll. They are 6-1 in conference play so far and ahead 3-0 right now in this one. And so we appreciate everyone watching at home. Make sure you like Texarkana Game Day on Facebook. They also have Twitter, Instagram, and we also live stream on our YouTube page. So make sure you go and subscribe to that. Make sure you share this video so anyone else out there that doesn't know about the broadcast can tune in and watch the Razorbacks and the Bulldogs battle it out. And so as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning, the first pitch of the bottom.
That's 2 hits for Jackson Harris.
Is going to hit Jackson Harris, and
1 hit to third, and then
one hit to the hamstring.
He
there.
said, "You know what? I'm gonna put this big guy on." But I'll tell you what. Now is that, like I said, with Paxton up, some great chance, and of course they're smart. You know, they're moving in that third base, but you know, he's liable to hit it over the left fielder's head as well. So,
and so we've got a phone going off over here. Got some weather alerts. Everyone's phone, it looks like, in the
baby,
here. So,
what a bunt! They're saying it hit him.
And so the field umpire is going to say that it did hit him before, or I guess after he was, or while he was still in the box. If he would have been out of the box, of course he would have been called out. So apparently he was hit while he was in the box.
Yep, I had a bad angle. It went straight down. It looked kind of weird, but I couldn't see it hit him from where I'm sitting.
And so the only thing I saw was that maybe he dropped the bat on it. But I don't think it physically hit his body. I'm not sure exactly what.
They'd have called him out.
I thought they would exactly. I thought they would have called him out. But nonetheless, whatever they say is what goes, and so it'll go down as a strike. And the next one's going to be ball number 1, so that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike with Jackson Harris standing at first. Second one going to be lifted,
in the gap.
and it's going to be down the line, and Jackson Harris will round second. He's headed to third. Coach is going to hold him up at third base, and for the second time in a row, Luke Paxton has a stand-up double.
I'll tell you, I think Luke loves to pepper that side over there, and they're playing him in the left center gap with the left fielder, and he just he keeps his hands inside of that one really well and hits it right down the line for a double. And now you got runner at second and third, and Jackson Ty that's already got an RBI tonight with a great at bat coming up, looking to get a couple more.
Absolutely, and so Luke Paxton for the second time tonight with a stand-up double with Jackson Harris on base in front of him for the second time. And, man, what a dynamic duo they are.
Looks like they got the corners in.
So a breaking ball gets away from the catcher, and Jackson Harris will trot across the plate. And Luke Paxton stands and makes sure that they are aware at home plate.
You know, that's what he threw to Jackson Ty the first time he was up and threw it for a strike. But, you know, they're respecting him in the DH role. And, you know, your DH can always hit. You don't put anybody in the DH that can't hit, and Jackson Ty can hit. And so hadn't given him anything good yet.
Yeah, number 12, the designated hitter, Jackson Ty, stands at the plate with a 1-0 count. That one, a fastball on the outside corner, going to be called for strike number 1. Going to even our count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's going to try to go out there again, I bet. Yep.
This one outside and spiked into the dirt.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Really good job. You know, Jackson Ty's played baseball all his life, and he sees where the ball's going and knows that Luke can't. So he's giving him the stop sign over there. He knows he wants that RBI too.
Absolutely. So Noah Smith does a good job for the Bulldogs, making sure that one doesn't get back to the backstop. And Jackson Ty will call time at the plate, and so we'll have a moment. And now we're back to action. Warner quickly to the plate.
There's another
Jackson
RBI
Ty
right here.
Will pop out.
There's an RBI.
To the second baseman, and Paxton coming home and not going to be called. And he didn't slide and going to be caught on the back of the leg, or not caught on the back of the leg, should I say. And so he's going to step on home plate. And that was a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be, Billy.
Man, I don't know. I looked away, and I don't know if Luke slipped or what. I think he's faster than that. But, you know, the bat was laying right in the baseline, and I don't think he was able to slide. So he contorted his body a little bit where they couldn't get him, and Jackson Ty gets him his second RBI.
So Jackson Ty flies out to the second baseman out in shallow right field, and that'll bring in Luke Paxton for the second time tonight. And the Hogs extend their lead to 5-0 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. And Mr. Hare, number 4, Danny McWilliams, steps in. Is that a perm or a Jerry curl? What is that exactly?
He got him a little perm back there. He got a little party in the rear, you know.
And so I don't know what it looks like without a helmet on, but with a hat and a helmet, it looks pretty nice. So Danny McWilliams stands at the plate with a 1-1 count. The pitch to him, going to be low and outside for ball number 2.
You know what? I think we failed to mention, this is the first time I've seen these jerseys. I think these may be new jerseys for the Razorbacks. New 3 and 2 brand.
So
baby.
this one going to be lifted straight up to the pitcher. The shortstop comes in and calls it. Caleb Milburn will come in.
That's a pro fly ball right there.
And make a catch on the infield.
Watch out for the rain now, because he hit it up there and maybe tried to bring
He may have hit one of those clouds and knocked a hole in it.
That's right.
And so nonetheless, that'll bring us to out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Razorbacks lead 5-0 over the visiting Bulldogs. That's going to bring up
hit him.
Number
Freshman
7,
Wardlaw.
Ryan Wardlaw, and he'll be hit in the foot with the first pitch to him, and he'll trot down to first base.
It's going to bring up your leadoff hitter, Graydon Martin, I believe. I'll tell you, that's you know, you don't want to get in the inning. You've already allowed a couple of runs, and you don't want to hit the 9 hole and bring up the leadoff batter, and then, you know, can't pitch around him because you got Bishop on deck. So.
Absolutely. We appreciate everyone for leaving their comments and watching us live right now. Make sure you shout out your favorite player on Facebook.
Or announcer.
Go to our comments and shout out your favorite player And we may mention you live here on the air. We appreciate everyone for watching and commenting. Make sure you don't say anything rude because everyone can see this. So we appreciate everyone from Texarkana and Whitehall and the surrounding area for tuning in tonight. We want to give a shout out to Dawn Williams, who says, that a baby Luke, 2 doubles. And yes, he has had a night. And it's not over with yet.
No.
So we've got Graydon Martin at the plate. First pitch to him. Wardlaw will take off, and he will be out at second base. So that will retire the inning. And so after 4, the Hogs lead 5-0 here at Arkansas High. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more Billy Lavender after this.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
You know what? We just had a commercial, and I looked over there, and I saw a guy. I'm not used to seeing you without a hat on. I don't know about that.
No, it's not without a hat on. That was so when I got into insurance, I just left coaching. And I coached baseball during the spring, high school baseball during the spring, and coached football during the fall. And so that was right during the middle of the summer. And I would buzz my head because I would spend endless hours on the field and at the field house or whatever it was during the summer. And so, man, I buzz that thing every summer. I don't anymore because of how terrible I looked. My wife hated it. But, yes, that's still the cut or the picture that I have in, for Shelter.
Wanted to kind of talk about also about – dang, coach just threw it down. That's a pretty good throw.
Absolutely.
But no, kind of go back to last inning and what Arkansas High did. Try to get in Coach Berry's head is what I think he was trying to do. Is he says, hey, I got 2 outs. And got a runner at first with my leadoff, with my 1-2-3 coming up. You know, I don't want to get an easy out, something like that. I'm going to try to send him and get him in a scoring position. If I get him thrown out, I still got 1-2-3 coming up and can do some damage in the next inning. So
absolutely,
that's what I think he was trying to do right there.
And with a 5-0 lead, you know, it makes you feel a lot better when that happens.
Absolutely.
You trot over to the dugout and you move on.
You can do things like that. That's
absolutely. Right. So that's going to bring up, let's see who this is.
Like the pitcher.
Here. I can't see who it is. Okay, so we're going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, number 27, Aaron Warner. So Braylon Bishop back out on the mound for the 5th inning here.
You know, Warner's done a really good job on the mound. He's down 5-0, but really pitched well and just left some balls a little bit in the heart of the plate, and the Razorbacks have made him pay.
So second pitch to Warner. Going to bring our count to 2-0. 2 balls from Braylon Bishop here. We appreciate Landry East for commenting. He says the Ty Wade is his favorite, and man, has he been the Ty Wade.
Yeah, and I think I saw Lee Lieberger on there a while ago. He always watches the local athletes and gives them shout outs.
Absolutely. And so fourth pitch, going to be in there for strike number 1. Going to bring our count to Warner. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Lee is a professional fisherman who also sells about 30 cars every month.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's doing something if you can sell 30 cars.
Good guy.
So the next pitch is going to bring up ball number 4, and Coach Lane Berry is going to come out and make a pitching change. And so while we break with him, we appreciate some other folks. Let's see. We got Haley Berry. She appreciates the live streaming tonight. We appreciate her and Lane.
I bet she appreciates the good coaching.
That's right. That's right. We appreciate her and Lane and all that they do, man. Lane is known Lane for a long, long time, back before I even coached. I knew Lane. We actually share some family.
Gotcha.
And so his uncle is actually my uncle, just different families, if that makes any sense.
I got you.
So
No,
I've known Lane for a long time. What a great guy he is, and we appreciate everything that he does because he's so easy to work with Texarkana Game Day. Man, I call or I text him, and we get access to anything quickly, or he comes over and does pregame interviews with us, and he just really enjoys his kids getting to be put in the spotlight, and he does whatever he can to make that happen.
Really good family. Coach Barry's a really good coach, and I know Texarkana Arkansas School District's really, really happy to have him. But man, they're a solid family, and it's just coaching takes a lot. A lot of toll. There's always someone who doesn't like you, or there's always someone who you hadn't. You got someone that's your son's not playing in the right spot or something like that. But it takes a strong wife.
Absolutely.
Also, and Miss Barry's very she's knowledgeable about the game as well.
Yeah, yep. And so looks like Trumbull's going to come in. He closed on Tuesday, and man, he's got a nasty curveball.
I tell you what, I didn't know Trumbull, but all summer long I saw he and his dad at Anytime Fitness working out, and I even text Lane and I said, hey, who's this Trumbull kid? I mean, I really like this kid. He's really work. I don't know how he is in baseball, but he's really, really working. He said, no, he's gonna be a really good one for the Hogs.
Absolutely, and we'll give a shout out to Shelby Sawyer, her brother Darby Sawyer, who does a great job at first base for the Razorbacks.
Does that, and he catches when Graydon Martin's not back there. So he's kind of someone who can play multiple positions and got a really good bat from the left side.
Yeah, Graydon was pitching a couple games ago, and Darby was back there, and so we appreciate him and everything that he does.
Okay, there.
Oh,
that's
my
what I'm
goodness.
talking about. Chris Harris, your wife just brought me nachos with extra cheese and a Coca-Cola.
I cannot believe what just happened. Can we get
Chris,
a camera shot of this, please? I cannot believe. Just let me smell it. So Trumbull in, his first pitch in there for a strike, second one for a ball.
I'll join you back in the fifth inning, Brian.
And quickly, Graydon Martin on top of it. So the runner that stands at first will not advance. Graydon Martin does a great job to get on that one. And, man, do those nachos smell delicious.
Jackson Harris is my new favorite player.
So the next breaking ball from Trumbull, a little high for ball number 2. So anyone watching, Billy Lavender can be bought if you are listening. So I'm going to make sure and see if I can get my house refinanced and see how low we can actually get that interest rate. Going to bring our count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here to number 16, the leadoff hitter, Lucas Gray. Trumbull, the righty, on the mound. Time will be called by the batter. And so if you are watching or you are at the ballpark, come by. We've got some stickers and some keychains up here for Texarkana Game Day. We'd love to give you some nice, good-looking keychains, man. Got the baseball logo on it and all, and got some really nice stickers. Swing by and get them for your kids or for you, or
the best
just to give to
ballpark
someone
nachos
else.
this side of the Red River.
This one, a high fastball, going to be swung and popped over the backstop. Going to keep our count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scott Trumbull, number 11, on the mound now for the Razorbacks. If you're just now joining us, and right at the knees for strike number 3.
Man, I'll tell you what, we got called out on a couple of those pitches early, and I didn't like them, but Trumbull says, hey, if you're going to call that pitch, I'm going to throw it down there because that's a tough pitch to hit.
You know, that's what I like about Trumbull. Trumbull came in to close the other night. No emotion on his face. He just gets the ball, he pitches. And just after that strikeout, there was no celebration, no smile, no nothing. He gets the ball, he goes back to work. I like that kind of pitcher. That guy comes in and he intimidates people because there's absolutely no body language from him in a negative or a positive way. You know, he just stays in his groove and gets up there and goes to work. What a great job by him.
I'll tell you, that's what at the next level, that's what they want to see. When they go watch a kid, they want to see a kid where their face, they don't know whether they're up 6 or down 6.
Absolutely.
Just a kid that goes to work every day, and that's what he does.
His next pitch is going to be high for ball number 3. He'll be getting a hole 3-0 to the batter, number 2, Cam Robinson, the center fielder.
Go, Trevor, drive forward now. Drive forward.
So the 3-0 pitch from Trumbull going to be low for ball number 4. Trumbull will give up his first walk. Graydon Martin will call time and trot out to talk to Trumbull. And, I coached with a guy at Lakeside who was an assistant with me and who is now the head coach, and Coach Garrett Bach, and just comes from a long line of just the blue bloods of Arkansas baseball. I mean, Billy Bach, that was at Pine Bluff, a legendary coach, and then Kurt Bach, who was at Harrison and who is now at Bryant, was the baseball coach at Bryant, won I don't know how many state championships he's got. He's got 5, 6, or 7 in the state of Arkansas. Gave that up, and now he's just the offensive coordinator and just won the top assistant for the state of Arkansas. I think it's the Broyles Award or something like that they give out. Just won that at Bryant.
Wow.
And he's been, how many state championships he's got now for football as an offensive coordinator, man. But long story short, Garrett Bach, that's what he used to tell our players. He used to say, I don't want to know if we're up by 5 or we're down by 5. I want you to have the same body language, whether you're up by 5 or down by 5. And so that's the kind of kid that Trumbull is. He's up there and just working, keeps that stone face, and that's what I like. So number 9 drives it deep out to Braylon Bishop, but it's not going to get over his head. And he makes the grab and spins around and just easily tosses it to third base.
I'll tell you what, Bishop would just love for that guy at second to run on him, but Trumbull just pounded the zone, got a fly out. Let me tell you something, anywhere out close to center, it's going to be caught by Braylon, and nobody's going to try to run if they've been scouting them.
And number 9, Cade Harp, flies out to Bishop. That'll bring 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And number 22, Christian Carnell, will come up to bat. This one going to be lined out to Braylon Bishop, but again, easy work for number 2 in center field.
Really?
So no hits, no runs scored, and 2 men left on for the Bulldogs. But Braylon Bishop makes easy work with the help of Scott Trumbull on the mound.
Man, I'm telling you, Trumbull came in, and you know what? You saw what happened. He walked one. Graydon Martin, being a senior leader, goes out to the mound and says, hey, let's just throw strikes, let them hit it, we'll field it, and we'll get on over here. And that's exactly what happened. He pipes some fastballs down, gets a couple of flyouts.
Absolutely, and so what a great job by the Razorbacks. After 4.5, the Razorbacks still lead with a score of 5-0 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. We want to make sure we give a big shout out to State Bank for being one of our sponsors and one of the original sponsors of Texarkana Game Day. We also want to say how much we appreciate Rocasa Organics. Know that they do a lot of stuff. Visit their website to make sure and find out all the stuff that they do.
I don't know if I mentioned it when I said I like nachos, that I really, really like peanut M&Ms.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
I mean, I'm not expecting somebody to bring them to me, but if they did, boy, I'll tell you, I'd eat them. two packs.
Yeah, 2 packs. Wow. Well, you never know what will happen at the ballpark, but what a great job by the Hogs as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We appreciate Miss Mary Twitty over in Magnolia.
Yeah, she's listening.
Absolutely. And so she's not watching any Texas High. Her first love is the Arkansas Razorbacks, not from Texarkana, but from Fayetteville.
Nice.
And then her second love, it's real, real close, are the Texas High Tigers.
That's right. And probably her favorite is no other than Nate Manning.
You know what? I would be willing to bet a couple dollars on that. Nate not here tonight, but Graydon Martin is, and he steps up to bat and takes a nice breaking ball right across the strike zone for strike number 1 as we enter the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Good job of laying off that. You know, Graydon's going to UALR to continue his baseball career next year, and we wish him well doing that.
Absolutely. And so second pitch to him, going to be low for ball number 1. Even the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. This one going to be a high fly ball out to left field. Colton Milburn under it, and he'll make the catch right on the foul line for out number 1. And so a little Tupac playing All Eyes on Me. And all eyes are on number 2 as he steps into the box for the Razorbacks. And Stephanie Jackson says, Billy Lavender, don't push your luck on the peanuts, buddy.
She's right.
This one going to be popped over to the softball field by Bishop. Going to bring strike number 1.
I used to coach Stephanie's son, Ethan, in T-ball long time ago. Good little kid. That's a good family as well. Good Texarkana, Arkansas family.
And a breaking ball, second pitch to Bishop, going to be outside for ball number 1. The 1-1 pitch to Bishop, same pitch, same result. Going to bring our count to 2-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Aaron Warner still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Throws the same pitch, same result, same spot. 3 balls and 1 strike to Braylon Bishop. If I was him, I would keep it a little lower than that and a little more off the plate. Fastball right down the middle is popped up. And it's going to be made. The catch will be made. It got up there, and there is a little wind up there. I watched it, and that ball started curving toward the foul line hard. And let's see, that was number 8. I'm going to have to look at my depth chart here. I've got Colton Milburn out there, but I've got him wearing number 1. So I'm going to have to look and see exactly who that is. That's Garrett Rhodes, it looks like. So Garrett Rhodes, yep, I did mess up there. Garrett Rhodes is out in left field.
I'll tell you what, he consistently calls that low fastball just below your knees strike, so we'll have to open it up and swing at that.
The 1-1 pitch to Ty Wade, a breaking ball right under the knees again for strike number 2. And you know, you can't do anything or argue about it. If he's been calling it consistently all game, you just need to adjust your strike zone. And a good job by the pitcher by working that strike zone.
Tried to go down a little bit lower to get a chase, and Ty wasn't going to do it.
That fastball in the dirt going to bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch to Wade, little sidearm action. He'll swing on it and miss, and that's going to do it after 5 innings for the Razorbacks. But they still lead with a score of 5-0 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. We're going to be back after a couple messages, and Billy eats a couple more nachos here at the home of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
We understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
So welcome back here to Razorback Field, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. We're on the Arkansas side of Texarkana tonight. And I wouldn't say it was perfect weather, but it's good weather.
No, it's good weather. You know, a lot of times this year you get hot, you get the sun right on you. I mean, we're sitting here, you know, light coat or whatever. Hey, special shout out Wade Warner, whose son's on the mound, looks like, and he's listening or watching us and not able to make it. And man, that's what you know, you don't realize what you have. And you know, I mean, I know if I can't make it to one of my kids something, if it's on, you know, someone streaming or something like that, it's always great to be able to watch it. So people like that appreciate it. So a little shout out to them.
And we appreciate him for tuning in. We appreciate anyone tuning in from Whitehall or around the Texarkana area or anywhere throughout the state. If you're checking out some high school baseball, we've got a good game going on here as Scott Trumbull wears number 11, and he's on the mound for the Razorbacks as we head to the top of the 6th inning. The Razorbacks are leading 5-0 after 5, and that's going to bring up number 1, Colton Milburn.
Colton's going to kind of get an opportunity now to bat without anybody on base. The first couple of times up, he had a runner at first. But Ty's showing him some love down here. Going to roll over on one. Darby makes a nice play at first base.
Absolutely. And Trumbull comes over in case he's needed, but he's not. Darby Sawyer will field that ground ball and step on first base. We want to make sure we give a big shout out to Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital for being a sponsor of today's game and every game. No matter what sport it is, we appreciate them for being such a good partner with Texarkana Game Day. And if you need any emergency assistance, give them a shout.
Man,
over at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital.
They're so good to the community, not just athletics, but just giving. Oh, man.
And Caleb Taylor. The shortstop, Caleb Taylor, drives one deep over Luke Paxton and over the fence for the first run of the game for the Bulldogs.
Kind of a no-doubter off the bat. He just kind of piped a fastball. But, he's saying, hey, I got a 5-run lead. I'm not trying to shut you out. I'm trying to make you hit it and give us a chance to get him out.
Absolutely. And so the Bulldogs excited about scoring their first run of the game here in the top of the 6th. And so Trumbull, after a great job of pitching, gives up a line drive home run to left field. The Bulldogs get on the board, but the Razorbacks still lead 5-1 here in the top of the 6th. 1 out, and that's going to bring up number 8, the left fielder, Garrett Rhodes. First pitch to him, a fastball high for ball number 1. So Trumbull back to work. This one right in there for strike number 1. That's going to bring the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Trumbull working quickly, steps off the mound, not liking the pitch that he had. Maybe working a little too quickly, but he's back on, and we're back to action. The 1-1 pitch from Trumbull right down the middle, and it's fouled off the foot of Garrett Rhodes. And that'll go down as strike number 2.
Well, it's a fastball he's throwing, but it's got a little bit of movement on it. And you see some fouling it off on some ones that are right down the middle.
So number 8, Garrett Rhodes at the plate, and the catcher, Noah Smith, awaits on deck. 1 out here in the top of the 6th for the Bulldogs. Trumbull gets his sign. Pitch to the plate. This one's going to be out into right field. Ryan Wardlaw under it makes the easy catch in right field, and that'll retire Garrett Rhodes for out number 2.
You like to see that. I don't know if Trumbull, a sophomore or a junior, I can't remember, but
I don't have that here.
But what you like to see is a young kid like that is after he gives up a home run, what he does the next batter, and he comes out and he says, hey, I'm still going to throw strikes. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and let you get yourself out.
Absolutely, and a great job by him. And so that pop-up will make 2 outs here in the top of the 6th for the Razorbacks. First pitch fastball from number 12, Noah Smith, the catcher for the Bulldogs, and great hustle by the assistant coach over to get the foul ball. He'll toss it back, and
they're not going to call a pitch without him anyway.
Absolutely. Garrett Martin gets a little sunflower seeds, and we're back to action. Trumbull's fastball going to be high for ball number 1. We'll even the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Landry East said that Scott Trumbull is a sophomore.
Sophomore. Yeah, I tell you what, you look out there, all the seniors, and you say, everybody that's, all these kids that are going to all these places. I mean, you got some younger kids coming up, Wardlaw, Trumbull. I mean, those guys.
Wade.
I mean, they're going places.
Yep,
Arkansas
absolutely.
High's, Coach Berry's built a program.
1-1 pitch, a curveball that not quite ever broke there by Trumbull. Going to bring our count to 2 balls and 1 strike. This one going to hit number 12, catcher Noah Smith, right in the back. He's going to trot down to first base.
2 outs, nobody hurt.
Want to make sure we give a big shout out to Texas Farm Bureau for being a sponsor as well. Got a good buddy over there, Braxton Langdon.
Yeah,
when people
Braxton.
call me, I only do insurance in Arkansas, and so
send it on to Braxton on the Texas
I send them over to
side,
Braxton.
huh?
That's right. So if he's watching, we appreciate him and all of Texas Farm Bureau for being a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day, and also Texarkana Physical Therapy. We appreciate them for being a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
Are there still some spots available for sponsorships if people want to sponsor some of this stuff?
Absolutely.
Can they call Texarkana Game Day?
There is always availability
if you're
for
listening,
you to support your local athletes.
If you're listening and you hear shout-outs to everybody else.
This one's going to be lined down the left field line, and it will be down for a base hit.
I'll tell
That's
you what.
number 27, the pitcher, Aaron Warner.
He turned on a fastball and hit it right down the left field line, and it didn't get a chance to hop before Paxton was there and scooping it up. So typically what you're going to get is a ball like that's going to be a double, and your guy at first is going to go first to third. But when you got the outfield that Arkansas High does with Bishop and Paxton out there, not much is going to hit the ground before they're there.
Absolutely, and so Warner will drive one down the left field line, and then he'll have a runner come in for him at first base. And I don't know if I answered your question quite before that last base hit by Warner. Yes, if you'd like to be a sponsor of Texarkana Game Day and support your local high school athletes,
Boy, they are crowding the plate.
you can call Texarkana Game Day or Phone Pros and speak with them about sponsorship opportunities. We appreciate all of our sponsors. It makes it possible for us to come out and do this at each high school around the area. So first pitch from Trumbull into leadoff hitter number 16, Lucas Gray, who plays second base. He's crowding the plate pretty good. He's going to foul the first one off.
He's digging in right behind the inside corner.
Absolutely. And so no balls and 1 strike to him. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th with a runner on first and second. Second one, he does go around. He tries to bunt it, and he doesn't pull it back. That's going to be strike number 2. Ty Wade playing back on the dirt. That was a good thought there if he could have laid it down right down the line. I actually think he was trying to pull it down the first base line with the first baseman playing back. But nonetheless, he misses it, and it'll be strike number 2 to Lucas Gray. The 0-2 pitch from Trumbull, a breaking ball.
Really good pitch.
Swung on and missed.
Really good pitch.
And no harm, no foul.
He's sitting there throwing a bunch of fastballs and then gets a backdoor curveball and just buckles.
And Tuesday, when he came in to close, every fastball he threw was just like that. No one could touch it. And what a great job by Scott Trumbull that comes in and gets in a bind there with 2 runners on and then finishes off the leadoff hitter for Whitehall.
Shows some poise of an upperclassman, but he's an underclassman, and you really like. I think he may have had some arm injury early on, but man, looks really, really good on the mound, and I know Coach Berry's happy to have him coming up in his program.
Absolutely. And number 27, Aaron Warner for the Bulldogs will come back out for the 6th inning.
Tell you what, Arkansas High has some bats and some studs, and Warner's really, really thrown a good game. I don't know how many pitches he's thrown, but he's in there. He's working it in and out, and changing speeds and changing arm angles. Slots, balls coming out of. So he's done a really, really good job. But you gotta, he's got a 4-run deficit now. Absolutely,
and so we appreciate everyone tuning in at home, whether it be via Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you go and like Texarkana Game Day's Facebook page so you can keep up on the latest news from your local high schools. Make sure you share this post all over Facebook so everyone around town or even up in Whitehall can catch the rest of the game. We've got 1.5 innings left. And so the Bulldogs make a little comeback there, or at least score 1 run in the top of the 6th. And so the Razorbacks lead 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We've got a treat with us tonight, Mr. Billy Lavender. I sure do appreciate you for joining us.
Well,
you think we can make this a weekly thing?
I'll tell you what, if Jamie Harris will bring me some nachos every week, I'm in.
Absolutely. And so,
or peanut M&Ms.
Absolutely. Warner back on the mound. His first pitch going to be high for ball number 1.
Great spot.
To the first baseman, Darby Sawyer. Next pitch, same spot for ball number 2.
Come on, man.
Next pitch, breaking ball, going to be low and outside for ball number 3. 3 straight balls from Warner to the first baseman, Darby Sawyer. Four straight balls to Darby Sawyer, and he'll trot down to first base.
Yeah, Whitehall coaches over there, wanting to go with his stud, but also wanting, trying to see what he really wants to do with Jackson Harris coming up, who's had 2 good at-bats already.
Go, Jackson.
I don't think Jackson's laying one down right here.
Don't think so. Jackson Harris steps in.
He can.
And Warner going to stare down Sawyer over at first base. He'll throw over there. And Sawyer will slide back in safely.
Tell you what, Jackson gets into one just a little bit, it's going to fly out.
Absolutely. Warner's first pitch to Harris. Going to be a fastball outside, called for strike number 1.
A little bit of mumbling around here.
There have been mumbling and moans on that outside pitch all night. Absolutely all night. Next one, going to be
it's a really good pitch right there.
Right in the same spot the fastball was.
A really sharp breaking curveball. Jackson tried to stay on, but just couldn't stay with it. Now he's going to have to battle.
Absolutely. And so no balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop, Jackson Harris, with no outs and a runner on first. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Warner will throw over, but Darby back in there.
He's trying to keep Sawyer over there close to the bag.
No runner. Oh. Jackson Harris lifts one into deep center. It's going back. The wind going to blow it, but it's not going to be to the fence.
I'm telling you, he just missed. I'm telling you, Warner maybe wishes he had that pitch back, but he said, hey, I'm going to try to, nobody's expecting a 0-2 fastball right there, and so he tried to get in on Jackson, and Jackson just freaking hammered it, but it had too much height on it, but said 3 really good bats this game.
Absolutely, and number 2, Cam Robertson, tracks that one down out in center field for the Bulldogs.
Special shout out to Chase Brewster with the Sticks organization. I keep watching all these kids come up to bat, and most of them are Sticks guys, and does a really good job in Arkansas getting people signed, and really good organization.
So Luke Paxton steps up to the plate as Darby Sawyer stands down at first base. Warner will step off and look Sawyer back. Luke Paxton with 2 stand-up doubles already tonight, and he tries to lay down a bunt. The throw over is going to go out into right field, and Darby Sawyer will easily make it all the way around to third. There's going to be a throw at third. The throw beats him, and he's going to be out. I started to say he was easily into second.
He was easily into second.
And didn't see that he was being waved around to third. And so Coach Barry thought it was a little further down the line than it was, but
or he didn't expect that trailer.
the right fielder, Colton Milburn, got it in quickly.
Really good play, and he got it in, threw it to shortstop, number 11. What's his name? Is it Milburn?
Yeah, Caleb Milburn.
Caleb Milburn, and Caleb turned just how you're supposed to do it. Throws a bullet to third baseman. He puts a good tag on him.
Absolutely. So the 0-1 pitch here to Paxton. thinks about bunting, pulls it back, and that one not going to be called for a strike. Says it was outside. Man, he's been calling them 6 inches outside all night, and he doesn't give it on the left side of the plate, but nonetheless brings up 1 ball and 1 strike to Paxton. This one, I hope that was the pad that it hit, because if it didn't, it was bone.
It was, because it hurt. It would have hurt me more than it hurt him.
And he wears it off that front leg, but he does have that protector on there. So
and I'll tell you what, now that he's on base, they're going to be thinking about him the whole time. Let me tell you something. He's got elite speed. Cole Harris is watching us. That's Jackson's older brother, Jackson Harris, who hit a home run the other night. And I saw Cole a long time ago hit a home run to left field just like Jackson.
What a good guy Cole Harris
man,
is.
no
You
doubt.
know that? I know
doubt.
Cole. And
they just
Cole's
have a really
pretty
good family.
Good guy.
Really good, solid family. Cole is married to the soccer coach.
Yep.
Here
and
at
just had a
Arkansas
baby not
High.
long
That's
ago.
right.
A beautiful little
That's
girl,
right.
and so congratulations to them.
Yep.
So we need to get a soccer update. Are they playing soccer today? I think they're playing soccer today. We need to get a soccer update. Anybody watching, comment on our feed and give us a soccer update. Second pitch.
He's trying to wear out that outside corner on Ty. And
to the designated hitter, Jackson Ty, going to be fouled out of play.
Ty keeps going to right field with it. I bet he wishes he'd miss inside one time.
So the 1-1 pitch to Ty
is
going to be hit in the gap. And the shortstop can't get over to it.
He
Coach
missed.
Berry is going to hold up Paxton at second base. And so with 2 outs.
I'm telling you, Jackson's sitting there, and I mean, he just pitcher just keeps wearing out the outside corner, and Jackson just keeps going away. But I knew if Jackson just sitting there waiting for him to miss inside, and he did, and he turns on it.
That's going to bring up number 4, Danny McWilliams. Designated hitter is going to step out of the game.
Is that Aiden Smith coming
and
in
number
to run?
8,
Yep.
Aiden Smith. Nope, not him. Going to bring in number 11, Scott Trumbull.
Pitcher? Oh, he's going to leave Aiden.
And so Coach Berry getting his numbers confused there. He wanted the pitcher to come in and run, and so he's not. He's going to bring Aiden Smith in to run. And so the Razorbacks down 1-0 in soccer currently, 33 minutes to go. Lots of time for them, and so much of luck to the soccer team playing. If you will keep us updated, we will make sure that we give the updates live on the air. If you have any other local baseball or soccer or anything that's being played, softball, around the area, comment on our feed, and we'll make sure we get those live on the air for all of the area to keep up with. And so we're back to action. Warner, the next pitch, almost hits Danny McWilliams, and Coach Berry is saying, wear it and get on base.
Again.
And so a runner on first and second, the speedy Paxton at second. A base hit will more than likely score him, so time is called before the pitch. So no pitch there. So 1 ball and no strikes. Warner delivers to the plate. Fastball low and outside for ball number 2. Going to bring the count to second baseman Danny McWilliams to 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Single right here, get that run back. Maybe chase the pitcher.
He's going to spin around and throw to second, and he's going to call him out at second. Not sure that
it was a really
if he was out or not. It was a really good move.
I don't think he was out. I think
by
he was
the
in.
pitcher. It was a bang play that did not go Arkansas High's way, and so with 1 hit, no runs. 1 hit and no runs scored. The Razorbacks do strand 3. After 6, the Razorbacks still lead 5-1 over the Bulldogs. This is Texarkana Game Day, and we'll be right back at Arkansas High.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Welcome back to beautiful Arkansas High here for some Thursday night baseball. The game for tomorrow, rain coming into Arkansas, so it was pushed to today. And you know what? I'm glad it is, because we're joined by Billy Lavender live on Texarkana Game Day Baseball today for some Razorback baseball.
That's right.
The Razorbacks lead 5-1 after 6 innings over the visiting Whitehall Bulldogs. And Billy, the Bulldogs have 3 more outs to get some runs on the board.
Yeah, we're not going to count outs for Arkansas High, but yeah, I mean they're down to the 7th inning, and Arkansas High's played a really clean game. What we said they needed to do, they've thrown strikes. Like Coach Berry said, he said, "Hey, I know we're going to hit it. I'm not worried about that, but Braylon set the tone early with a 1-2-3 first inning, and kind of everything's kind of falling into place. But it's still close enough that they're in striking distance. Trumbull needs to come out here and throw strikes, get some ground balls or flyouts, and Arkansas High and get out of here with another victory."
Absolutely. And so before we begin our action back here, I want to make sure that we give a big shout out to State Bank and Express Employment Professionals. Make sure that both of those guys know how much our organizations know how much they're appreciated.
Man, I'll tell you, old Joey Martin at Express, man, what a great guy he is.
Absolutely.
And always has helped out local athletes and had some really athletic kids, but a great family, and man, we appreciate him sponsoring as well as State Bank.
Absolutely, we sure do. And so those sponsors make the world go round, and so they are the reason that we're able to come out and showcase the local athletes. And so we want them to know how much we appreciate them. Without them, we wouldn't be able to be here. And so quickly, number 2, Cam Robinson, the center fielder, sits on a breaking ball from Trumbull and drives it into left field for the first hit of the inning.
Hey, really good pitch by Trumbull right there, but Cam did a really good job of sitting down on it and just not starting his swing until the ball got there, and because of it was able to punch it out in left field.
And so the first batter of the inning reaches. This one by number 9, Cade Harp, will be fouled down the third base line, and that will bring up strike number 1. Number 2, Cam Robinson, who stands on first, has some speed, so we'll see if Coach tries to get him over in scoring position. So we're back to action after that foul ball. Next one, fastball right down the middle, and this is when Trumbull really catches his stride. He's a guy that you bring in for those last 3 outs, and, man, he really comes in and pitches well. And so 0-2 pitch, going to be popped up. It's going to be in foul territory.
Darby Sawyer over.
Darby Sawyer over and makes the catch for out number 1. The runner will not advance.
What's invaluable is that your catcher gets over to the side and instructs him, hey, your ball's still in play, you're good, wall, something like that. And Graydon Martin, who's a senior, like I said, leader but catcher, gets over and does it perfectly. And Darby, he's doesn't take his eye off the ball. He's able to do that because Graydon's talking to him.
That'll retire Cade Harp, and that'll bring up Christian Carnal. And they're going to throw over to first base, and number 2, Cam Robinson's back in safely.
Trumbull threw it right under his ankles, and Graydon with a snap throw back to first. But, boy, he'd like to get a little rollover ground ball right here and have a 2-ball get out of this.
So Carnal at the plate. The runner goes. The throw by Martin. Not going to be caught.
It's all right, it's tough.
A hopper to Jackson Harris, the shortstop, goes under his glove and out into center field, and no harm, no foul. That run out on second base does not tie or win the game. And so with 1 out, the Razorbacks still lead here in the top of the 7th, 5-1 over the Bulldogs. Trumbull's 2-0 pitch right down the middle and fouled up. Straight up into foul territory. Graydon Martin over. Graydon Martin overruns the pitch, and he is going to fall backwards and make the catch. And then make a catch. And Graydon Martin.
Graydon says a little thing to their
giving
bench over there.
Giving a little bit of trash talk.
And here's the thing, is the coaches coming out and saying, hey, get on to Graydon. Well, Graydon didn't do that until they did something over there.
Absolutely. And so, but as a coach, settle your players down, but a coach should never talk with a player that way. And so
that's all right. They got it settled down. No harm, no foul. It's just, it's Graydon's got his blood boiling, and they do as well. And hey, no harm, no foul. It's baseball, and things are going to happen like that. We'll go out here and get another out and get on down the road.
Absolutely. And so the kids were hooping and hollering a little bit, but the assistant coach over there not taking very kindly to Graydon Martin talking to the dugout, but nonetheless, the umpire gets it all straightened out and comes back to home plate, and Coach Barry's out talking with his pitcher and telling him, look, we need one more out.
That's right.
And the ball game's over. We advanced to 7-1 in conference play. And in 7-1 right now, they're tied with Lakeside in first.
Oh, they're fired up now.
And so they are fired up. They are not going to say anything wrong, but they are fired up and yelling. And so first pitch in the dirt for ball number 1 to number 1, Colton Milburn. We do have 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs down to their last out. Next pitch going to be driven out to right field. Wardlaw back, turning, and he's going to make the last out of the ball game. And so the Razorbacks will win with a score of 5-1 over the conference foe,
Graydon Martin,
Whitehall Bulldogs.
First guy to walk over to their bench and give them love and say, hey, no harm, no foul. Y'all played a great game. That's character right there. Coach Barry loves to see that, and as the coaches shake hands at midfield, Arkansas High, really, really clean game. Was very, very impressive tonight on the mound and at the plate, and just played a really, really clean game.
Absolutely, and so the Razorbacks jumped on them quick in the first couple of innings, and they never let up. And what a good job by their starting pitcher, Braylon Bishop, and then for Scott Trumbull to come in and do a great job to finish out the game for the Razorbacks. That'll take the Razorbacks to 7-1 in conference, and right now, at least until Lakeside's done with their game tonight, the Razorbacks are leading the conference with a 7-1 record. We do want to give you a score update that Pleasant Grove has won their game tonight, 13-5, and so a great job by them. And we want to say that we appreciate one of our Texarkana Game Day correspondents, Mr. Trey Lavender, for making sure that we are up on our scores.
He's over there on the other side of the line watching a game for us.
Absolutely.
I'm about to leave here and go and watch Hooks at New Boston.
Well, you're a better man than I am, because I'm about to go home and see if my wife's got something to eat.
Well, I know mine doesn't, so that's why I'm going to New Boston.
Well, you've already had nachos.
I'm going for dessert.
You can grab some peanut M&Ms on your way out.
That's right.
But look, we want to make sure that we say a big thank you to all of the sponsors that we have named tonight. I want to say a big thank you to all of the crew that comes out to each game, to Cam and Frank and all of the camera guys that come out and make sure that all of this is produced correctly and all of the cameras are ran correctly. I want to give a big thanks to Mr. Billy Lavender, who just on a text message jumped in and made sure that he was here and done a fantastic job, and hopefully we can have you out at some more ball games. And hopefully when your son's gone to college next year, maybe we can make this a full-time deal.
Maybe I've got a future.
And so for Brian Bolt and Billy Lavender and all of Texarkana Game Day, we appreciate you for joining us again. The Razorbacks win their 7th conference game of a score of 5-1 over the Whitehall Bulldogs. We don't know where we'll be next week, but make sure you check out the Facebook page for Texarkana Game Day. We'll keep you updated on which local high school game we'll be at next. We'll see you at the next high school baseball game here on